There was a free health fair at the Worcester Senior Center on April 11th. The event was open to the public. People got a chance to visit different booths and get information on healthy living and other services that are available.
Today we're holding our Health and Safety Resource Fair. This is the first one that we've held here, sponsored by the Senior Center, and it's been a big success. We've had at least 200 people come through the door, 27 vendors.
People who can't make it to the Senior Center, we go and visit them in their home, provide services and information and connect them to services. Transportation, disability, health issues. We'll get a call from Linda at the Senior Center and she'll give us the name and the address. We'll go and visit. We also provide equipment such as walkers and canes and bathroom chairs that may not be covered by insurance, because falls are a very serious issue with elders. We don't want anybody to fall.
Today we are here to provide senior citizens with lots of information on crime prevention and safety to keep them from being victims of crime. The senior population is pretty vulnerable, especially to scams and frauds. A lot of our information is about keeping safe from identity theft and scams and frauds. They're very vulnerable to phone fraud and scams of that nature. So we have a lot of information on that, and I try to talk to them when they come to the table about taking the information and why it's important. The very top tip is never give out any personal information over the phone or on the computer from people that you don't know. Unless you've made the contact, never give them the personal information. That's the number one top tip. And I would say the number two top tip is, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
We have lots of tips here for seniors to stay safe in their home, fall prevention risks, so we have a bunch of literature they can take, trying to just explain to them some of the things they should be looking out for, whether it's themselves or family members with assisted living, memory care. Those are two of the greatest needs that we have right now, but we have independent living as well. So we actually sponsored some of the event, and I personally made all the centerpieces that are here today. So they each have like a nice little recipe card and little fact sheet about staying hydrated and how important it is to drink water now that we're getting into the warmer months.
We all are just picking up germs in our everyday lives, going along, touching doorknobs, touching the handles of grocery carts or shopping carts. So again, hand washing is the most important thing you can do, and you need to follow, you have to be particular about it. You want to make sure you have plenty of soap, using your water, and you want to make sure you're washing for at least 20 seconds. So you want to be using friction, getting in between your fingers, the tops of your hands, doing this around your wrists. Okay, so it is very, very important.
There was also a lunch provided to the seniors by Lutheran Rehabilitation. Guest speakers spoke about the aging baby boomer generation and what's needed in the future to help the older generations.
School of Professional Studies is sponsoring this. This for us is our second event on the issue of elder care and aging baby boomers. It's something that I'm very passionate about, as being a baby boomer and also just recently taking care of my elder parents. And it's a dialogue I think we need to have at the local and at the national level about the impact of aging baby boomers. There are connections to, specifically when you look at it from a policy perspective, this is one of those areas that is not being talked about at the national level, and I think our government, both the state, local, and federal, need to start looking at it from a policy perspective and a program perspective. How are you going to address this issue of aging baby boomers with the current structure and the funding that we have, and the lack of resources even today, and how that's going to be magnified, that problem, in the future?
Well, I'm here because it's very important to get the word out about the aging boomers. It's my generation. I mean, that's where I am. I start my Medicare on May 1st. So it's time for my generation, my people, to really get going and understand that if we think it's tough now for the people that we're caring for, it's not going to get any better unless we are active and we take part in this discussion that we should be having to improve our health care, to improve our home care, and to generally improve life for anybody who is growing older. You mentioned demographics. I can tell you that right now in the central part of Massachusetts, there are 160,000 people aged 60 and over. All right. So some are working still, like myself. Some are older and need care. But that also means that there are probably 50,000, 60,000 people who are caregivers of those folks. And those are the ones who know what it's like to get called out of work, or to spend work time at your desk calling for doctor's appointments or arranging for transportation for someone. All of this affects everybody. So now you're talking nearly 250,000 people that just in our region that these policies affect.
Worcester Polytechnical Institute and Worcester State University students help serve a meal to the seniors.
We have sponsored many lunches actually for the senior center. It's something that we're always thrilled to do for them. We have a great relationship with a lot of the people that are here. They've been to our facility before for rehab, or they know somebody that has been to our facility. So we just like to keep that relationship going.